A lot of teams have changed their rosters right at the trade deadline as we head into the playoff push. And they've added some new players, some players that we have dubbed new additions. You see right here?
Cool it now.
It's not new addition.
Ooh, watch
it's
out.
new addition.
You're gonna lose control.
Now, when you look at this group of players,
Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike,
which ones do you think will have the biggest impact between Gasol, Harris, Kanter, and Mirčić?
I like what all of those guys bring to the table. So Wes Matthews is going to bring defensive toughness,
shooting,
and for a
cool
team
headband
that lost Victor Oladipo
and a cool headband.
Enes Kanter to go alongside Nurkic is going to give the Blazers the balance of the Mama's boys on the perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
Nikola Mirotic is going to allow the Greek Freak to play multiple positions up front alongside him
Just
or
surround
Lopez.
Him with shooters. Surround him with
Harrison
shooters.
Barnes is a veteran that's been a champion. It's going to help the Sacramento Kings playoff push. Marc Gasol is going to be a defender. They can run offense through. That can guard Embiid in the playoffs.
He brings something
but the
that
answer
Valanciunas
to this
doesn't
question
have.
has to be Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris scoring 20 points a game. What does he do for this Sixers team in terms of playoffs?
When they have Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, they still get swept by the Celtics in the playoffs without Kyrie and without Gordon Hayward. Then you add Jimmy Butler, I'm like, they legit contenders. When you add Tobias Harris, I say they're the most talented team and they have the most talented starting five in the conference. It will be a disappointment if they don't find a way to have success. And they also added Mike Scott, who's going to get them perimeter shooting up front as well.
You know, I still don't know who's going to win the Eastern Conference.
Tough sledding.
It's honestly, if you were to track who I thought was going to win the Eastern Conference through the beginning of the season until now, it would probably be like 5 different changes. And one thing that's sort of swaying me away from the Bucks is not just Tobias Harris, it's Marc Gasol. The Raptors are great. The Raptors have a good team. And when you put in Marc Gasol instead of Valanciunas, he adds defensive, as you mentioned, but he's such a great passer. And like, if you can really run offense through Marc Gasol in a way you really just can't with Valanciunas. I really love Gasol on the Raptors.
And if you're Toronto, you have to guard yourself against which Kyle Lowry is going to show up in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So Fred VanVleet has emerged as one of the better backup point guards in the game. He's dealing with a thumb injury. I assume that he's going to be back. You also now have Pascal Siakam, who can make a play off the dribble, in particular in transition, grabbing goals.
Yep.
And obviously you have Kawhi Leonard, one of the best performers in the game that has a career high in points and rebounds, and then you add Marc Gasol. So you have multiple people that all of a sudden, if Kyle Lowry's struggling offensively, he's not making his shots, that they can now initiate offense, and Danny Green being a knockdown shooter, Serge playing minutes
and
at
also,
the 5.
The Pacers are still there. Like, the Pacers are still number 3. We don't discuss about them being contenders in the East. They are still 3rd in the conference. The facts are the facts. The scoreboards are the scoreboards. You are what you are, as Bill Parcells says, and the Pacers are sitting at number 3.